So
We're up to
Siman
Lamed
Lamed
Beis,
Beis Sif
Siman Beis.
Beis.
That's all up to,
No,
yeah.
okay, Siman Lamed Beis. Go back to Siman Lamed Beis Sif Beis by Shmiras Haguf Al Pi Teva. You know how to take care of your body. It's Sif Beis to where?
Sif Beis. The whole thing is until Sif Zion. I don't know if you're doing the whole thing today.
It's short. It's short. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so Habayre, Baruch Hu Baruch Shemai, Hashem, his name should be blessed. Bara es Adam, v'chein kol ba'alei chayim, v'nosam b'chayim hativi. He created people and he put in a natural temperature to a person. Right? That's how a person lives. Because if the natural fire gets extinguished, he will no longer live. And to keep up, to maintain this heat, that's with food that a person eats. Same thing with a fire that burns. If you don't add wood to the fire, it's going to totally extinguish. The fire is going to go out. So I'm very makbid on this to make sure the fire doesn't go out. Right? Right? Eat tons. And then the food gets ground up by the teeth. And it gets mixed in with saliva. And it gets crushed or broken down. From there it goes to the stomach. And it gets ground up over there in the stomach, meaning it's a process as that gets broken down, called digestion. And then it mixes in with the fluids from mitzat from the stomach, mitzamora from the gallbladder, the yehutach v'yispashal, and then it also gets smashed up and it gets cooked me'achayim v'amitzim v'misakal, and then it gets digested. Habar shavai, right? The stuff that gets chosen, meaning the body excretes the junk and keeps the barer, right, from the word barer. That's how the person lives. The psilas, which is the extras, that goes out of the body. Right? We say Lapira Shechad in one explanation of it. Right? And Hashem does amazing things, to use a contemporary amazing, right? That's a big lashon nowadays. Baruch was the teva of Adam liver as tuva meichel. He put into the nature for the body to choose the best of the foods. And every limb gets the food that's meant to go to it. And the junk goes out. Because if the psilas would stay in the body, yisapesh, it's going to rot, and the person's going to get sick, right? That's when people have problems with digestive system, Rahman al-Islam. Roiv of the strength of a body and its weakness. It's all totally in the digestive system. If the digestion works easy, the person's healthy. If the digestion goes bad, the Gemara says that most chachamim pass away from digestion issues. Okay. Gimel, what's the best digestion? This might not be so good for this next paragraph, might not be so good for Chanukah, right? But if the Michael is not too much, and should be easy food to digest. If it's the Michael Mali, if a person eats a lot and his stomach is full, as kasha equal, and it's very hard to digest. Because then it can't expand and contract. That's right. L'spasha means it goes out. L'schavetz means it shrinks. The litron is a Michael Karai, so it can't function because it's too full. The same way by fire. You put too much wood in there, then it extinguishes the fire. Same thing with food in the stomach. Somebody wants to be healthy. You can only eat an average amount, according to the temperature of his body. Not, don't do too little and don't do too much. Here, listen to this line. This is probably, no, I'm not, he doesn't need to be justified, but we do it to ourselves. Most sickness that comes on a person, either because it's bad food, fills up the stomach and eats a exorbitant amount, even from good foods. There you go, Paris. Song of the Kitzur. Somebody who's a Shaimer Pivil Shainai is Shaimer Mitzaras Nafshe. Climber. Shaimer Piv Milechol Maichol Ra. Somebody who watches his mouth from eating bad foods, or from being satisfied. L'shainai miladaber, and like we learned last week, and his tongue from speaking. Ela b'tzrachav, only with what's necessary, will be watching himself in tzara. So Amar Chacham, ha'oichel davar mu'at midvar mamazikim. Somebody who eats a little bit of damaging foods, eina mazik lo ha'oichel harbe midvar matoivim. Right? Better to eat less of a small amounts of damaging food than a lot of healthy food. So the bottom line is eating too much is just too much. Okay, let's just do Dalit Adam is just too much for the body, and we do it to ourselves. Totally do it to ourselves. When somebody's young, the digestive system is very strong. That's why kids constantly need to eat. The middle-aged people. And a zaken is weak. An old person needs to have easy foods. It needs to be very small in the quantity, but very high quality. What's the name of the food? Ensure. In order that he has koyach. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop over there. I guess Motzei Shabbos with all the Hanukkah parties, we'll still call it for 10 o'clock. Fine. Everybody should have a fine night.